Yeah. Here we go. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. You already know, man. Listen, this week I got another 5K coming up, and I couldn't help but kind of be reminded of the first time. It was about a couple weeks ago when I first started really getting into these 5Ks, and now I'm making it a point to do one every single weekend. Every single weekend, I'll be at a some sort of 5K, whether it's the group run in Miami or whether it's something I found online. The bottom line is every weekend now, I'm gonna be testing my abilities, going against somebody else, or just having a group of runners pushing me and things of that nature. And I can't help but think about who I spoke to before, like when I first started doing this, and that's the GOAT, one of the GOATs in my network is a Miss Jessica Perez, also known as J-Lo, all right? For those of you who don't know, she and I are partners with a health and wellness business named Life Advantage, and I take Pro Tandem every single morning before I start these runs. So if you do have some questions about that, be sure you inquire about that as well. All right, so I was on the phone with her, like I want to say it was the first week that I started the group runs out in Miami. And I was telling her, it gets a little discouraging when you can't get people to use the product, or you can't get people to distribute, or you're not making any sales, you're not, not getting any traction, things of that nature. And here's what she said to me. She said, Aswan, you're just learning the ins and outs of being in the network marketing business, because the truth of the matter is this, and this is what I want you to extract today, all right, is people do not, and no matter how great the product is, and they are some great products, no matter how great the products are, people won't buy the products unless they like you, unless they get on with what you're doing, unless they can figure out and they can see your mission and see your grind and see everything you about, and then they like you, so then they buy the product. Doesn't matter how great the products are. And then she went on, she pushed me a little bit. She went on to say, Jessica, Jay, it's not even Jessica Cray anymore. I think it's Jessica something with an O. And she's talking about, she's pregnant now. She's doing her marathon thing, running it with prayer. It made me feel all into it. So it pushed me to make it so, okay, now I got to grind. And that's what it's all about. That's when you know you have real teammates, people that you haven't spoken to over a period of few weeks, a few months, or whatever you keep up with on social media. But one conversation, one phone call, it's like, okay, revitalize that passion. Don't let it go. And that's what these videos, that's what this whole thing is all about. I met Jessica because I took the initiative to drive out to Tampa and do a Positive Coaching Alliance workshop. I had no plans of meeting her. I didn't know who was going to be there. I simply knew I needed to get certified to be a PCA trainer as soon as possible, and luckily I ran into her, and then she introduced me to her network and everything that was going on. And that's what this business is all about. It's either you in it for the long haul, it's a marathon. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And that's why the whole running every morning and doing all these 5Ks and doing all this work, that's really what's pushing me every single day. All right. And the truth is, I'll even add to this. You gotta find your thing. You gotta find your thing that you can grind at. You gotta find it, and then you gotta find that support group, that peer group that's gonna keep pushing you, because the peers, the people around you, too often the people around you, they just don't have it. You gotta work to find those people, right? You gotta work to find those people that are gonna keep pushing you and pushing you and pushing you and pushing you. All right. Again, if you have not yet, make sure you follow the Move Swiftly podcast. If you're listening to this on the Move Swiftly podcast, make sure you follow, like, subscribe, do whatever it is, whatever buttons are there. I don't even know all the features, to be honest with you. And also, if you have not yet heard about the Move Swiftly podcast, just find it. It comes out 5 days a week, 5 new episodes a week. Also, makeyourmove.com. That's MakeYamove.com. Get all the merch, all the books, everything that's out there. All of it is there in a one-stop shop. And the most important things, actually, I have a new product coming. I can't say anything about it yet, but I have a new bundle coming out for the holidays that I will not reveal. Probably give me a couple days before I start talking about that. Also, the ROI hiring seminars, and those are happening every single month. And the Move Swiftly workshops, the bread and butter to the business. You finding the right employee and matching him or her with the right employer, and making sure you do not have the problem of work abandon. You do not have the problem of employees and staff and team members not being motivated. I have cracked the code to make it so every single person that is employed, or they're getting a check every two, whatever it is, wherever you're employed, you will be motivated when you go through this curriculum and you go through the framework. Just make sure you are inquiring if you are getting sick and tired of losing people and losing people and losing people and losing people for whatever reason it is. All right? Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.